Today we will start the chapter pressure. Before this, we have done the chapter force. A simple push or pull is called a force, I told you. Okay. Now, when we apply the force, if it is a contact force, some area of the object on which the force is applied will be in contact to the object which is applying the force. Like for example, on this balloon, I am trying to burst it using my both the hands. Okay, one hand is this side, the other is another side. So this much area, twice of this much area is in contact with the balloon. Yes or no? So I have to apply a lot of force to get it burst. Rather than this, if I only touch a small pin, a pointed pin to it, then you will see immediately with a small force the balloon will get burst. So in first case the area of balloon is large, and in second case the area of balloon is small. So in first case I have to apply large force, and in second case I need to apply very small force. This shows that force is somewhere the effect of force depends on how much area we apply the force. Okay, on how much area the force is applied, on that the effect of force is depending. This effect of force when we apply on some area is known as pressure. We have given it a new name, pressure. Okay, this effect of force when applied on some area is known as pressure. This is not the definition of pressure. What is the definition of pressure? From this formula only we will see the definition. Pressure is force per unit area. Pressure is force per unit area. Okay, so what is the unit of pressure then? Unit, we are finding here unit of pressure. Okay, what is the unit of force? SI unit of force is Newton. What is the unit of area? SI unit of area is meter square. So what should be the unit of pressure? It should be Newton per meter square. So SI unit of pressure is Newton per meter square. But popularly it is known as Pascal. PA. Pascal, denoted as PA, Pascal. This is the name of a scientist who has given a lot of knowledge or information about pressure. Okay, so in honor of Sir Pascal, this name is given to the unit of pressure. So SI unit of pressure is also called as Pascal. So what is equal to 1 Pascal? If I apply a force of 1 Newton, I will put 1 in front of all the units written over here. 1 Pascal means 1 Newton upon 1 meter square. 1 Pascal means 1 Newton upon 1 meter square. So we have defined two things over here. First is pressure. Pressure is force per unit area. Second is unit of pressure, Pascal. Pascal is a force of 1 Newton when applied on an area of 1 meter square. I am repeating. A force of 1 Newton when applied on an area of 1 meter square, the pressure is said to be 1 Pascal. Whatever you have written here, that only you are stating. 1 Newton is the force, 1 meter square is the area, and 1 Pascal is the pressure. Some more examples I will share with you here. If instead of this balloon, this is a bulletin board or any plank, wooden plank you can say. Bulletin board I am telling you because in every class we have bulletin boards, and this is a thumb pin which we press to get it inside. Okay, I press the pin and here only this area is in contact with the plank. If for instance I keep the pin this way and I try to press this and want it to be get inserted inside the plank, this will never happen. Rather it will go inside my thumb, isn't it? So when I am applying pressure on a smaller area, very easily the pin is inserted, and when I trying to apply on a larger area, you can see how difficult it is. Practically you can all observe this. You must have seen, if we cut a fruit with the help of very sharp knife, okay, with the help of very sharp knife, it can cut easily. But if the knife is blunt, an old knife if we take, if it is blunt, we have to apply a lot of force. Sometimes the shape of this apple may get distorted when we are cutting it. So we have to apply a lot of force when we are applying the force on a larger area, and we have to apply smaller force when we are applying it on a smaller area. So how can we explain this? We will explain the variation of pressure in 2 points. Number 1, pressure is directly proportional to force. This means if I increase force, pressure will increase. If I decrease force, pressure will decrease. Second, pressure is inversely proportional to area. According to the formula, area is in denominator and pressure is in numerator. Okay, because area is in denominator and pressure is in numerator. So if I increase area, pressure will decrease. If I increase area, pressure will decrease. Or if I decrease area, pressure will increase. Just note down this somewhere in your book so that you can easily find it out anytime. So what does this mean? Pressure is directly proportional to force. Means if we increase force, pressure will increase. If we decrease force, pressure will decrease. Pressure is inversely proportional to area. If I increase area, pressure will decrease. If I decrease area, pressure will increase. Let us do some numericals based on this formula. In the question it is given force is 2 Newton and area is 2 meters square. We will simply write in the formula to find pressure. So 2 Newton upon 2 meters square. This is SI unit, this is SI unit. We can directly solve 2 ones are 2. So pressure is 1 Newton per meter square or 1 Pascal. But in your book there is a question given in this force is 2 Newton. Okay, but area is 2 centimeter square. Okay, so we know that 1 centimeter is equals to 1 upon 100 meter. If I square it, then what will happen? 1 centimeter square is equals to 1 upon 10,000 meter square. So here in place of this centimeter square, I will write this 1 upon 10,000 meter square. Okay, so let us solve this. So my force is 2 Newton, but area is 2 centimeter square. I am replacing 2 Newton upon 2 centimeter square. In place of centimeter square, I will write 1 upon 10,000 meter square. Let us rearrange. 2 upon 2 into 10,000 Newton upon meter square. So answer is 2 ones are 2, 10,000 Newton per meter square or 10,000 Pascal. So this much for today. Next more numericals we will solve in next